Welcome to the Sierra Center for Spiritual Living. So I'm welcoming all of us here in the room and everyone who's on YouTube. Hello. We always start by entraining our energy through community song. So we'll start out with 2 community songs. And let's stand for the community songs, please. Yep. Oops.
All right, here we go. Community song about being here. We laugh, we smile, we stay free. We listen and we share. We love and we care. We honor this world, and our good is unfurled. Together we stand in community. Hand in hand we are we pray and we grow. We learn and we know how the best will show as we live in the flow. Together we stand in community. Hand in hand we are we. We're gonna take it from the top. We laugh, we smile, we stay for a while. As a community, we have joy and are free. We listen and we share. We love and we care. We honor this world, and our good is unfurled. Together we stand in community. Hand in hand we are we pray and we grow. We learn and we know how the best will show as we live in the flow. Together we stand in community. Hand in hand we are we. Together we stand. Together we stand in community. Hand in hand we are we. Okay, and next we'll be singing Treasure. Goes like this. Here we go. You are a treasure. Open up your mind. Let yourself feel the pleasure, being a part of the divine. We are all special. We're each unique. We open up our hearts and find the love you seek. I am a treasure. I am a treasure. I open up my mind. I let myself feel the pleasure, being a part of the divine. We are all special. We're each unique. I open up my heart and find the love I seek. Little musical interlude here. We are a treasure open to one. We are a treasure open to one mind. We let ourselves feel the pleasure, being a part of the divine. We are all special, we're each unique. We open up our hearts and find the love we seek. We are all special, we are all special. We're each unique. We open up our hearts and find the love we seek.
Thank you, Marilyn. Okay. So welcome everyone who's joined us in the room and also on YouTube. And we are the Sierra Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Lani Howard, the Minister Emerita of this community. And I'm honored to be here today. It's my pleasure to remind us of who we are. We are a radically inclusive, spiritually progressive, supportive community that celebrates the diversity of creation. We aspire to live authentic spiritual lives through a practical application of the teachings of science of mind and spirit. We engage in sacred practices that uplift our spirit, deepen our awareness, and ignite our soul's self-expression. We demonstrate active compassion to ourselves, each other, and the world. We experience meaningful contribution through giving generously of our time, our talents, and our treasures. And we intentionally promote our teachings and our community. So now we're going to do our inclusion candle lighting. And one of our practitioners, Liliana Cruz, is going to help me with that. Oh, yes, of course. There you go. Thank you. Okay. So we light this candle to celebrate the unity of all peoples, all faiths, all beings, all life, honoring the infinity of oneness as all creation, seen and unseen, and to remind us of the light of spirit within all of us. Thank you. Thank you, Liliana. All right. So what's alive in you today? Joy. Sunshine. Happiness. Gratitude. Service. Love. Sounds like a good start to the day to me. All right. Great. We are a praying community here at the Sierra Center. So there are lavender prayer slips in the seat backs in front of you, and if you don't have a seat back in front of you, there are more slips over on the table to the left of the door. You can fill out those prayer sheets and then stick them in the box that's on that table by the left hand of the door, and the ministers and practitioners pray on these prayer requests all week long. And prayer is also available after service with our practitioner for the day, Reverend Julia Robles Scott. So if you are here for the very first time or second time and you feel comfortable in doing so, would you please raise your hand? Oh, yay. Welcome, Maya. Yes, yay, thank you. All right. So now I'm going to invite Marilyn Gale to read our announcements for the day.
Good morning. Hi, I'm Marilyn Gale, and here are today's announcements. First of all, today after service, Reverend Julia will be facilitating vision boarding for our new senior minister. Now's the time to bring the vision of our new senior minister into reality as we have fun creating vision boards for our center and participate in the co-creation process as a community. Now, another thing that's happening is 5 Gifts for an Abundant Life will begin this Tuesday, February 27th from 7 to 9 p.m. This is a 5-week Science of Mind accredited course facilitated by Liliana Cruz. She is a religious science practitioner, and actually this is going to be in Spanish only and in person only. So if you say habla español, see the flyer in the foyer and join Liliana for that class. Boy, I wish I could habla español, but not so much. Okay. So also have it be known, our first Sunday community update meeting and potluck is going to be next Sunday on March 3rd after service. Please join us in person and via Zoom. You'll have to bring your own and feed yourself because potluck's not going to work for you if you're out there in Zoom land. Otherwise, bring a dish to share if you can be here in person. Weekly prayer partner forms are now available on this table here in the foyer, and I'm excited about the weekly prayer partner. It's something we used to do many years ago, and it's back. So if you have any questions, please see Reverend Julia about that. Office Angel volunteers are great. We are gratefully accepting volunteers for light office duty support, including organizing, sorting, filing, sharpening pencils. If you would like to be of service, you can email the office at sierracenter.org or let Juanita know. As a reminder, the Science of Mind magazines and the seat backs are available to take with you, no cost. You can find Zoom links and details about all our announcements in our weekly e-newsletter and on our website, which is sierracenter.org. Thank you.
A mic back on again. Thank you, thank you. All right, and now we're going to have another community song. So she's doing double duty. Down from the announcements, up the music. Okay. And we're going to sing this song with her.
Oh, yes, this song is words by our founder, Ernest Holmes, from the book titled This Thing Called You. So here it goes. Love makes the way here before me. Joy wells up in my mind, and life sings its song of ecstasy in my heart. You know it. Love makes the way
Beautiful. Thank you, Marilyn. All right, and now is the time for our sacred reading. So I'm going to invite Reverend Julia to do our sacred reading.
I forgot about the
Time
sacred
of-
reading. Let's see. So I don't have a sacred reading. It's upstairs in the binder. So
There might be one in
how
here.
about? Yeah, a magazine.
Oh, there's a magazine right here.
Oh, great. Well, there it is. There's the sacred reading. All right, you want to pick a page, any page? The I Ching sacred reading.
Let's see, hang on a second. There was something here.
Just like God choose.
Yes. Do you want to do Spirit is Calling?
Yes, Spirit is calling. Between the finite inhale and exhale of my breath, there is perfect stillness. This perfect stillness also is found between the finite contraction and expansion of my heart, as it beats, and in the silence between each finite thought I think and each finite word I speak. In this perfect stillness, the infinite expresses, and this infinite is but another name for the one. That which is all there is God. With each breath that I breathe, I am reminded that the life I live is God's life. It is love itself living as me, and all is divinely right, perfect, harmoniously whole, and illuminated with that presence. With each beat of my heart, each cycle of my breath, and each conscious thought I hear, I see, I feel, and I know the very call of spirit on a level beyond words. In the stillness, I hear Spirit calling to me to surrender and allow my words to be creative. In the stillness, I feel Spirit calling to me to stand in the truth of my being and allow my actions to be of service. In the stillness, I know Spirit is calling me to raise my consciousness in absolute certainty of the infinite oneness of creation that moves in, with, through, and as me. Such joy and gratitude well up as I embody these sweet words of truth, knowing these are the words of Spirit speaking of itself. Right here, right now, it is in the stillness, the silence, the space between each breath, each heartbeat, and in the timeless space of each thought, that I feel the ever-expanding vast potentiality and possibilities of infinity being created, demonstrated, and expressed in ways that leave my imagination in awe. In this state of joyous awe and receptivity to the call of Spirit, I confidently release these words into the law, where knowing that it is already so, I know they are formed perfectly, wholly, and magnificently. And so I authentically live this prayer and exclaim, and so it is.
So it is.
Amen. That was perfect, huh? Wow. Thank you, God. So today, our community value is integrity. And so I wrote a couple of definitions of integrity. I know we've probably all heard these many times. But the first definition is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness. That's kind of the way I was I was raised to think about integrity. And the second is like the way I think about integrity today. And that is the state of being whole and undivided. And so I was thinking about those two definitions, and I was like, well, how do those go together? The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles and moral uprightness, and the state of being whole and undivided. Lately, we've been talking about wholeness, right? And how in order to be whole, we have to embrace the dark parts of ourselves as well as those parts that we really like about ourselves, but also those parts that we don't like. And so I was thinking about the word integrity, and it reminded me of integrate, right? And so for me today, when I think about integrity, it's about integrating all of myself, even the parts I might not like as much, within my whole being. And once I can love and accept all of those parts of myself, then I feel more in alignment with the truth of who I am. Whole. All the parts. And so integrity to me right now in this moment means embracing the wholeness of all of myself, loving all of myself, knowing that I am spirit in expression, and living as that person, living from this place of wholeness. So with that, I'll let you think about integrity and what it means to you. And now I'm going to ring the bowl 3 times, and we'll say an Om after each ring, and then we'll go into 5 minutes of meditation. one infinite power and presence, one mind, one loving creator. I know that we are one with the one. And from this power and presence that is at the center and core of my being, I know this is the truth for each one of us here, in person or virtually. For all of life itself is the one, that beautiful expression of the divine. And so I know that this service is blessed, that each one of us is here on purpose, that each of us is a beautiful expression of that one in form. And I know that everything we need and more is already available right here and right now, that God has our back, our front, our top, and our bottom, that we are in God and God is in us. Every need is already met before we even speak the desire for it. All things are possible. All creation is happening in, through, and as each one of us right here and right now. In, through, and as us as a center. There is this beautiful expansion of consciousness happening as us right now. There's a beautiful opening to that divine emergence of the Sierra Center for Spiritual Living in its next spiritual, magnificent, glorious form, outpicturing. That is what is happening right here and right now. I claim it, I know it, I accept it for each and every one of us and for this center. And I simply release this word, knowing it is already done. And together we say, and so it is. Thank you. And now it's time for our weekly affirmation. So I'll read it once and then we can say it together. Divine intelligence lives in me and guides me in each new day. Divine intelligence lives in me and guides me in each new day. And so it is. Thank you. And now it's time for our pre-talk song.
Them go. It's alright, it's okay. Things will turn out just the way they should and would. It's okay, it's alright. No need to fight what's right for me. Frustration can be a way of life, but my rule is not to live in strife. I need to go with the flow. There's no need to push or shove. You are welcome to my love. Just let me know. It's alright, it's okay. Things will turn out just the way they should. complaining, no. I'm sure I'll make it through. Yeah, it's alright, it's okay. Things will turn out just the way they should. And it's okay, it's alright. There's never need to fight what's right to be. Confusion's not really the rule. Life itself is the best school. It's time to learn. Time to learn and grow. I'm gonna wash my hands and wash my face. Pray to come from a state of grace. When I need to, I will know. Sing it with me if you'd like. It's alright, it's okay. Things will turn out just the way they should. And it's okay, it's alright. There's never need to fight what's right to be. I'm gonna sing it again. It's alright, it's okay. Things will turn out just the way they should. And it's okay, it's alright. There's never need to fight what's right to be.
What can I say? I'm getting a little rocky. Yes, well, it's all about change. It's all about change. So our theme for this month is divine discomfort. And our topic today is discomfort is the least of our concerns. There is a quote from Sidney Harris, who's a cartoonist. He says, "Our dilemma is that we hate change and love it at the same time. What we really want is for things to remain the same, but get better." Well, what we know is the only thing constant is change. And our founder, Ernest Holmes, says, "Change is the law of human experience, for only God is permanent. The infinite mind is forever conceiving new ideas, and the infinite law is forever producing new forms. The instant I think a new thought, a new form begins to appear." Don't get too attached to that, because we have like 60,000 thoughts a day. But it's the thoughts that we continue to focus on with emotion are the ones that get activated in the spirit. So, some thrive on change and others find it uncomfortable. And there are aspects of both in everything. I don't know about you, but why do they have to update my phone every week? Why do they have to update my watch every week? It's like, oh, it used to do this and now it doesn't, but they didn't tell me how to find that anymore. So, it's an opportunity for personal growth, right? And for, spiritual expansion. So, our goal here is to practice resilience in the midst of change, to practice resilience, which is a multifaceted process. So I'm going to go through a few of the processes that are there, tools we can use to adapt to change. One is adaptive coping strategies. Now, when I returned from being in a 7.5 earthquake in Guatemala, I knew that I'd have to get comfortable with the ground under my feet moving, so I took up sailing. It works. And of course, I did things like, have a go bag and all of those kinds of things. But, doing the sailing made me aware of, how to keep steady when the ground underneath me is moving. Also, I recently, found out I was trying to write something, and all of a sudden my thumb was really cranky. It was like, oh, I don't want to do this. And I'm like, what's going on here? What's happening here? Pain is a call to awareness. It's a call to awareness. And so my thumb was saying, hello, you're not taking good care of me. I never realized how many things I did in a day with my thumb. And so I said, okay, I am going to give you a break. Because I found it, from doing the soap dispenser or the hand lotion dispenser or the microwave or whatever it was, I was using my thumb over and over, and it was like, I have to be kind to my thumb and give it a break. So it's a call to awareness, a call to do these adaptive strategies to cope with how to work with what's going on. Another of the tools that we use a lot is positive emotionality. Well, we practice that all the time, right? And especially practicing gratitude. That is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity that we can all have every day to practice gratitude, to be grateful. I'm grateful I have a thumb. Wow. And, to shift our focus from the pain to the positive aspects of life, that I even have a thumb. And a gratitude practice nurtures a positive mindset. It's a generative energy that creates more of what we are grateful for. Now, one of the things we do in the science of mind is we say, when we reframe things. So we reframe them to say, not I have to, but I get to, right? Not I have to do the dishes. I get to do the dishes. I have running water. I have soap. I have dishes, So I'm practicing gratitude for all the things that I do have. So we change from obligation to gratitude, from obligation to gratitude. Another tool is what's called cognitive flexibility. And as Wayne Dyer said, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. If you change change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I saw a movie trailer the other night, and it was for a new movie called Ordinary Angels that is going to be with Hilary Swank. And in it, she plays a hairdresser, and she hears about this little child that needs a transplant, but they can't afford it. So she goes to the father and says, I know how to do social media, and I can, do a fundraiser, get some money for you. And he said, I don't know you. Why should I let you do this? I'm not comfortable with letting you do this. And she said, well, you need to get comfortable with your discomfort. And I thought, oh, that's good for my talk. We need to get comfortable with our discomfort. And I love, that Spirit provides me these little tidbits. Jimmy Dean, I didn't know he was such a philosopher. He says, I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to always reach my destination. I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to always reach my destination. And I remember I was a sailor, so I know how that works and how you adjust. Of course, you have to have wind. You know, and one of my favorite programs on PBS is Finding Your Roots. And there was one this past week, of course, with Anthony Ramos. And he had grown up in a really bad neighborhood in New York where the kids were bringing, 11-year-old kids were bringing guns to school. You know, they had to have a metal detector at the entrance to the school. And it was just, hard. And the way he made it through was he had a good voice. He could sing. So he went to what he thought was an audition. He went to what he thought was a talent contest. He thought it was a talent contest, and he thought, I could do that. So he came to the talent contest, and he sang. And then the woman who was conducting it said, "I'd like you to read these lines." And he said, "Oh, I thought this was a talent contest." And she said, No, it's an audition. So he was really uncomfortable. He didn't know how to read lines. He wasn't auditioning, but he thought, well, what the heck? I might as well do it. So he read the lines and ended up in the original cast of Hamilton on Broadway. And now has a career in music and in movies. So the thing is, sometimes leaning into our discomfort can make a whole new world possible. And that was my situation when I first came up here to Grass Valley. I had lived in the Bay Area for most of my life, other than 2 years as a travel representative, for an airline in LA. But other than that, I had lived in the Bay Area my whole life. And then I got this opportunity to come to Grass Valley. And, it's exciting and scary at the same time. I'm thinking, I got up here and, I hear a coyote the first night. It's like, where am I? But, I moved through my discomfort and could never have imagined the gifts that this ministry has brought me. It's been amazing. So leaning into our discomfort can make a whole new world possible. The other thing is social support. Going to classes, going to spiritual teachers, going to retreats, going to counselors, going to practitioners. You can get insights on what's going on with you, especially your resistance to the change, because resistance takes a lot of energy. And if we can realize that we're in the middle of our resistance, and if we can say, okay, maybe I can move out of the resistance and into something else, we can find out a whole new way of doing things, being things that we may not have known. So social support is very important. Sharing our experiences with like-minded individuals. Having a class here, we're having right now the Course in Love, and we have a wonderful opportunity to share our experiences in the midst of learning this new way of looking at the world. And self-compassion, that's the next tool, self-compassion. Now, self-compassion does not mean thinking that you are all that and a bucket of biscuits, as my friend Janet would say. That, it's about treating yourself the way you treat your best friends. It's about being kind to yourself, forgiving yourself, being gentle with yourself, directing your compassion inward. Now, I don't know about you, but a lot of us have this inner critic that says, why did you do that? Or that was stupid. Or, you have all these voices that say that you're not doing it right. Because a lot of us have this perfection complex. We're supposed to be perfect all the time. Well, Winston Churchill said, to improve is to change, to be perfect is to change often. So we find out, what we're not doing well, and maybe we learn to do it well, or maybe we learn that that's not something I do well, and that's just the way it is. I could never do a, what is it that I tried to be a cheerleader, but they do cartwheels. I could never do a cartwheel. I don't know what it was. But anyway, so I gave up on that particular dream, and it's okay. But, self-compassion is being able to understand that falling down and having difficulties and experiencing suffering is all part of humanity. And when we hear that inner critic, we have to talk back to it. We have to say, I know you think you're giving me a gift of some kind, but if you can't say it in a kind and loving way, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. If you can't talk to me in a loving and kind way, I'm saying goodbye to you. I don't want to hear it. And like Tina Turner said, you better be good to me. We better be good to me. We better be good to ourselves. So self-compassion is also a tool. And the last tool, and of course, there's always more tools, right? How many books have you seen? The 10 secrets to this and the 7 secrets to that. There's always, steps, but this is the next step. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is really being present in the moment. To really be here, focusing on our awareness and acknowledging and accepting our feelings, our thoughts, and our bodily sensations. Being fully present in the moment. And, like they say, the past is history, the future is a mystery, the present is a gift. That's why they call it the present, because it's a gift. So, being present. And resilience is not a fixed state. It's a fixed trait. It's something we can develop. It's something we can hone. It's something we can improve. It's something we can grow. We have done this all our lives. We would not be here if we had not been doing some of this all our lives. We've had to be flexible. We've had to change. We've had to accept things. And now we're sort of being aware that we have these tools. Excuse me. We have these tools. So, I have gone through a lot, and I'm sure you have too. Before I was a minister, I was a software project manager. I was totally left brain, logic. And then, boom, I go into the ministry, or first practitioner classes, and then it was like spirit, love. Let your thoughts go. And it's like, oh no, that's everything I know about myself is what I think. So have to let that go. And, use both sides of your brain. The left side and the right side. There's 2 sides and they connect to each other, and growing those connections. Having both the logical and the spiritual. And the thing is, it's all spiritual, right? It's all spiritual. So, Maya Angelou said, if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. So, and John Maxwell, who's a leadership kind of guy, says, change is inevitable, but growth is optional. Change is inevitable, but growth is optional. And so we have to decide if we want to grow, if we want to change. And the thing is, change is happening, and we are either flow with it or we get stuck. And being stuck is no fun. So we're in the midst of change, whether we want to be or not. And the change is happening not just that our beloved Juanita, who has been doing administrative duties and technical duties and music duties. Did we overload her? Duh. But anyway, she has taken it all in her stride. She has taken it all with grace and gratitude. And so I'm just grateful that she has been with us. And now it's inviting all of us to step up to help with all of these things. We have a new person here, Maya, on our soundboard, and we need folks to step up to help with the technical stuff and to assist in the office. And so we make this community work by all of us working together, because that's what it's all about, supporting our community. So we're called to help, and we're also called to realize that this change is part of a larger change. Our society is changing, our culture is changing, our emotional experience is changing, our spiritual experience is changing. It's all in flux, but it's okay, because we know underlying it is a flow, is an intelligence, is a direction, is a pattern that is bringing us to a greater experience. So we have to remember that the universe is conspiring for our good. But the thing is, what we see when we're looking at the quantum level, we see that chaos is what happens before a higher level of experience happens. So I would say we're in the midst of the chaos, but holding that vision of what is to come. And like the saying says, falling in love with the future we are co-creating. Falling in love with the future we are co-creating. So to just give a little going away to our beloved Juanita, I have a little chant that we used to do in my old community, and I would like you to join me in this if you would. So, and excuse my voice, but what can I do? It's what I do. All right, Juanita. All we ask of you is forever to remember us as loving you. All we ask of you is forever to remember us as loving you. All we ask of you is to forever to remember us as loving you. And so it is. All right, and now we get to have another song. Are you going to announce the change at the end of the service? Okay. How should we do this? Shall we do it before the closing song or after the closing song? Okay.
So I'm asking you to sing the chorus with me on this song. The words are up there, and I'll show you how it goes right now. Every day, in every way, I've got something to shout about. Every day, in every way, I've got goodness in me. Sing it with me now. Every day, in every way, I've got something to shout about. Every day, in every way, I've got goodness in me. Let's repeat that. Every day, in every way, I've got something to shout about. Every day, in every way, I've got goodness in me. Now listen to this. Look around, stand your ground, make your own. special sound. You're gonna do what you're gonna do. Yeah, you got goodness in you too. Step inside, grow your mind, let yourself feel alright. Shuffle along and groove with the song. Keep yourself moving along. And as the sun rises, your eyes open. Welcome the surprises on the horizon. Ready? Here we go. Every day in every way, I've got something to shout about. Every day in every way, I've got goodness in me. Repeat. Every day in every way, I've got something to shout about. Every day in every way, I've got goodness in me. I got a little more info for you here. There may be a thing or two don't seem to be going your way. Remember, it's not only you here to enjoy this day. Everything is possible. It's right here at hand. Suffering is optional. Come on and sing with the band. And as the moon rises, I know that it's okay. I love all the surprises each and every day. Here we go again. Every day in every way, I've got something to shout about. Every day in every way, I've got goodness in me, oh yeah. Every day in every way, I've got something to shout about, yeah. Every day in every way, I've got goodness in me. Let's sing it one more time. Every day in every way, I've got something to shout about. Every day in every way, I've got goodness in me. All right, one more time. Every day in every way, I've got something to shout about. Every day in every way, I've got goodness in me. I've got goodness. I've got goodness in me. One more time, I got goodness. I've got goodness in me.
Now is the time for our conscious giving. So if you would hold your gifts over your heart and send the gift out with all of that love, we say our affirmation together. I give this gift with love and joy from a consciousness of abundance. Divine love blesses and prospers all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. And now will the ushers please receive the gifts?
In spirit, each of us know sing it if you'd like. We are dancing in spirit. Each of us knows our part. We are dancing in spirit. Each of us knows our part. We are dancing in spirit. Each of us knows our part. We are dancing in spirit. Each of us knows our part. We are dancing in spirit. Each of us knows our part. One more time. We are dancing in spirit. Each of us knows our part.
All right. So now we bless this offering. And I know that since gratitude is a generative process, that everyone who gifts this to us and to the greater community with that attitude of gratitude is bringing that energy out into the world in a greater way. So I'm grateful for all of us knowing that we are abundantly supplied by the infinite energy and the creative force of God. So I just give thanks and call it good. And so it is. All right. So I am so grateful for Marilyn doing our music today, for Reverend Julia being our practitioner, for Maya being on our soundboard today for the first time, and for our beloved Juanita doing all of her 80 million things she has to do every day, for Hillary being on the PowerPoint and also greeting and helping and doing the ushering and all of that good stuff. So, and thank you all for being here. Thank you for coming and for participating in our service today. So I think I've got everybody. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, thank you. All right. So what are you taking away with you today? What are you taking away with you? Peace, love, joy, integrity. Comfort with discomfort. Yeah. Friendship, mindfulness, gratitude. Juanita, we'll be taking her in our hearts always. Absolutely. All right. So let's stand for our benediction and our closing song. Something wonderful is happening. Nope, I'm going to say it first and you repeat it after me, okay? I'm going to say, and then you repeat it. Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
It is this thing called comfort with discomfort.
It is this thing called comfort with discomfort.
It is this thing called peace.
It is this thing called peace.
It is this thing called love.
It is this thing called love.
I know it.
I know it.
I feel it.
I feel it.
I sense it.
I sense it.
Because I am it.
Because I am it.
And so it is.
And so it is.
And now we have our closing song.
And be sure to stay for some fun after the service.
Yes. And so hold hands and
Here we go. I need some words. The presence of Spirit is here in me. Divine love guides my way. The presence of Spirit is here in me. Divine love lights my way. The presence of Spirit is here in me. Divine love shines my way. We'll go through it again. The presence of Spirit is here in me. Divine love guides my way. The presence of Spirit is here in me. Divine love lights my way. The presence of Spirit is here in me. Divine love shines my way. We'll do it again. The presence of Spirit is here in me. Divine love guides my way. This presence of Spirit is here in me. Divine love lights my way. Where are we? The presence of Spirit is here in me. Divine love shines my way.
Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you, everyone. And let's see, just a special announcement that probably all of us know about, except for Juanita. And that is we are going to celebrate Juanita after service today. I don't know if you need to count the money and do that first, but we're going to have cake, and we're going to celebrate. So, yeah. So let's get some tables set up and get ready to have some fun. All right. Thanks.